Amidst the snowy mountains, there was a hidden city called Neerlok. This city was so beautiful, it felt like a dream. Ice palaces shimmered, and every morning, the snow flowers bloomed in new colors. In this city lived soft-hearted fairy filled with light, Noor. Noor was about 2 years old. Her sparkling white wings, magical blue gown, and silver hair adorned with icy stars made her truly unique. Noor had a special power. Whenever tears fell from her eyes, flowers of light would grow from the snow. People called her the goddess of light. But Noor never cried herself. Gentle smile always graced her face, but inside, her heart carried a quiet emptiness. She had never known love, nor the comfort of friendship. She only had one responsibility: to give light to others. Noor gave everyone light, but her own world remained dark. One day, terrifying snowstorm hit Neerlok. Everything turned white and silent. Noor was watching from the high tower of her palace when she saw a small girl, wearing red cap, walking alone in the snow. Noor immediately flew down to her. The girl's name was Riddhi, and her mother had gotten lost in the storm. Riddhi's body was freezing, but there was courage in her eyes. Noor wrapped her in her wings and said, "I will take you to your mother." Riddhi asked, "Who are you?" Noor smiled and said, "I am a light born from tears." With her hands, Noor created two glowing curtains of snow to keep Riddhi warm. They began walking between the mountains. Everywhere Noor's tears touched the snow, flowers of light began to grow. During the journey, Noor remembered her own childhood. She too had lost someone dear. That pain had turned her into a fairy, but the burden of loneliness still remained. Riddhi held Noor's hand and said, "You miss someone too, don't you?" Tears welled up in Noor's eyes, and a glowing tree of light sprouted before them. Under that tree, a wave of light shimmered, and from it emerged Riddhi's mother. Riddhi ran into her mother's arms, and Noor's eyes filled with tears, but this time, with a deep smile. Riddhi's mother said, "Because of you, my daughter is alive. Your light guided me back." Noor simply replied, "A mother's prayer is never lost." As the mother and daughter left, Noor noticed that her small world now shone a little brighter. That night, she sat alone in her palace of light, when suddenly, a familiar voice called out. It was her old friend, an icy elephant named Himtu, who had finally returned. Himtu said, "Noor, now it's time to live for yourself." That night, Noor laughed freely for the first time. Her tears were not of sorrow, but of joy. That night, for the first time, snow stars fell upon Neerlok from Noor's smile. Noor turned her empty palace into a house of light, where every lonely soul could come and find their way. From that day onward, no one in Neerlok was ever alone again. And Noor no longer cried. Her tears were only of happiness, and each flower carried a new story. They say, if on a snowy night you ever feel lost, Noor's light will surely reach you. Because her light is born from tears and lives through love.